Hey, what's up everybody? This is Patrick PunkTorah. We had a little bit of an issue with the Behar-Bechutokai for this week, so I'm sorry that this is coming a little bit late. Maybe you watched the other video that we did, maybe you didn't, but I'm going to try and do this one better, faster, harder, stronger, whatever. This week's Torah portion is written for a friend of mine. This person's having some kind of spiritual issues, and I just wanted to kind of address them. See, my friend's a very scholarly kind of person, and she's like really into reading lots of books and just very analytical and is always looking into like all the different aspects of Judaism. Everything, like intense Kabbalah stuff and intense prayer stuff and all these Hasidic stories and stuff like that. Things that are just like honestly, way beyond me. Just like really hardcore stuff. But at the end of the day, she kind of doesn't connect. And I was like, hey, what's going on? And she was like, man, I read all these books and I study all this stuff and it's just not connecting. And I was reading this week's Torah portion and it kind of made sense, and here's why. See, it's a double portion. So the first portion talks about how if you devote yourself to God's law, then you'll be materially abundant. Okay, so that's part one. Part two says that you have to every 7 years go on this like sabbatical where you let the land rest. And the idea is that human beings take the earth and we cultivate it, we dig it up and we do stuff with it, and that produces all of this harvest. But then at the end of this cycle, you have to let the land replenish itself. It has to sort of regrow. The idea is that human beings damage the earth and then the earth has to fix itself so that it can become fertile again. Now, what does this all have to do with, like, spirituality? Well, ultimately, my friend is, like, all up here. She's always, like, thinking up here all the time about everything and really just focusing so much energy. And that's a mental and spiritual cultivation. And that's a great thing. That's what, me and Michael try to do with this website. We're always working on helping people to cultivate their spirituality. But then at the end of the day, you can get this burnout of your spiritual land, and you just kind of have to replenish at some point. So here's what I'm going to suggest. For those of you who are out there who just kind of can't connect to Judaism at all, step back. Stop reading. Stop studying. Stop davening. Just stop. Just chill out. Just relax. Let that land that's up in here just replenish itself and cultivate. That's what Shabbat's supposed to be, but honestly, for a lot of us, Shabbat ends up being more tiring than the rest we could have gotten. So what I'm suggesting is, just chill out, just relax, enjoy life. One of the best pieces of advice I ever got was from Matisyahu, and Matisyahu was asked, what is the one thing spiritually that you've done for yourself that has been the best thing that you could have done? And you know what he said? Taking walks. Taking walks. He didn't say studying Gemara. He didn't say, davening 3 times a day or becoming Baal Teshuvah. He said going for a walk. Maybe there's something to that. And plus, he's a, millionaire reggae star. Good advice.